Where the fuck I
That's so lame, dude. That's so fucking lame. They should remove that. That's dumb. I bet you everyone's gonna love it though. Why don't you like it? It just... What's the point of even communicating? What's the point of communicating? When you could just be like, oh. Oh, I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot. Oh, he's shot. Mark. 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 You know? There's literally no point of communicating. Before, you'd have to analyze where you're getting shot from, look at the compass, figure out 340, and then tell him the direction, and on top of that, tell him specifically, like, yeah, 345, left side of this house. Or 345, 2 trees to the right. Like, something like that. Now, you just be like, oh, I'm getting shot. He's over there. Nice. It just makes it noob friendly. You know, it's just, like, not necessary. I don't like noob-friendly updates. It pisses me off. I hate it. I hate it when games do that. And they don't even realize that that is, like, how big of a deal that is. It's kind of like Battlefield's Q, useless. What? Absolutely not. I agree Battlefield's Q is not that necessary. But in this game, it literally changes the whole dynamic of the whole game changes. The whole dynamic of team play changes based off of one mark. One option to mark. Most of you guys realize that it's a problem. There's just like, there's a few of you guys that really like it. You got to really think about it to understand that it's a bad idea. What's the point of communicating? What's the point of even having a compass? Might as well just get rid of it. Fuck it. Who cares? Who cares about the 330 direction, you know? Get rid of it. You can mark now.
Where the fuck I am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy over there. Right there. Over there. Easy.
Yeah. The whole point is you got to do something in your brain. Like, you got to have some skill there. You can't just all be given to you. That's the whole point of, like, the marks just give that to you. You don't have to think, essentially. You mark, your team looks, the mark never leaves right now. So you know, even if you look away, you know where that guy is forever because of that mark. But if it goes away and you don't process it fast enough and you look somewhere else, you might not know where it is again. So to have some sort of process in your brain, like, they should make the mark a little bit different. So at least have it for the new players, but don't make it too OP like it is now. That'd be kind of cool if it's only on the compass. I would agree with that. Literally do not care if markers make things easier or designed for noobs. Looks like fun and useful additions, so that's great. It just depends, man. Like, it really depends on their direction. Like, if that's the direction they want to go, I feel like they're going to lose a lot of their real players. You know? Like, it's tough, right? Because if they keep going in that direction, like, you have to think from their standpoint. If they keep going in that direction, a lot of their hardcore players that disagree could actually stop playing because of that reason. You know? It might not be this update, but maybe the next, and then the next. Like, they're already going down that path, and if they continue to go down that path, for example, I won't play, right? They keep going down the path to make it easier for new players. While I agree, you should do that to a certain extent, but there's a point where you just gotta stop, you know? You gotta stop for a second. Because if you keep going down that path, you're gonna lose too many players. And I think they're already losing players, right? I think it's kind of a risky play to do that shit. Like, I was extremely disappointed when they added vaulting. Extremely disappointed. Because that just eliminated another factor of movement. The crouch jumping through windows and shit, like, that's movement right there. So, like, if they, for example, right now, you can still jump into windows, into the windowsill, and you could still theoretically crouch jump. If that ever gets removed, that is when I stop playing, I think. So, like, for example, like, I think they might actually be considering doing that. making windowsills smaller so that you can't get into the windows. You have to forcefully vault. If they do that, I'm done. You know, because like you need to have some sort of competitive like movement to keep people going, competitive aspects of the game, you know? So like when they added vaulting, I was very disappointed because that was just a cop out. Like, yeah, here's vaulting, so we don't have to make good movement. There you go. Like shit like that's important. It might not seem important, but it's really important to like their hardcore players. You got to find that balance of hardcore and casual.